that it is. Just talk up in the action of found out they did the Butter Baylor, the dealer. I mean, how huge is that? I mean, type over.
Yeah, a program with a lot of tradition and success in their history. So it's going to be a great challenge. We knew any game was going to be a great challenge, but what an opportunity to go play in front of probably a fantastic crowd at a great facility and venue and showcase GCU women's basketball.
Molly, can you just talk about getting here, how you guys got here this season?
Well, it starts in the summer, and we said we're going to win a championship in June. We didn't say we're going to win a championship in March. So I think that mindset from the get-go, we had talent, and it was just about putting the pieces together, and buy-in was there, the leadership was there, the commitment was there, and that starts, in preseason conditioning when they're running that mile around the track, wondering why are we doing this, and here we are. That's why we did it.
How cool was it to get those ran after lane finally get complete?
Yeah, I don't know if that will ever happen again in my career. I sure hope so, but it's a feat that I'm very proud of that these kids deserved with all the effort and hard work that they've put in. But what a run, and we just are going there to win. We want to make it 31.
Molly, there's a lot of pressure when you pretty much know you got to win that tournament to get in. Do you feel like that might lift now that there's, not that you guys weren't playing free, but you can play even more free as underdog again?
I think it's the same approach that we've had. I mean, there is pressure to win this Gamekeepers. That's exactly what we're going to go do. And I think the pressure to win the championship helped us because we had to win a really different way. I mean, we grinded that thing out. We got stops. We won ugly, which I'll take ugly dancing any day. But it's a good testament to our kids of what needs to happen game by game to get over the hump. And this is going to present a new challenge for us, but we're excited and ready for it.
The dancing, how do you describe what you did in the locker room with the Angels and what the reaction was to that?
Well, I thought everyone was kind of dispersed because we cut down nets, we celebrated with friends and family. Then I had to go to the post-game presser, so I thought everyone had gone with their family. So all of a sudden I hear fire, fire, and I guess that was the code word to douse Coach Miller. And so unexpectedly I get this Gatorade bath, and it was just fun celebrating with them. I'm so glad we had that moment because you can get caught up in all the hype and the activity, but to spend that time with our team celebrating and dancing and just loving on one another was really special.
The last couple of days, what's the reaction? I've been I'm sure hearing from a lot of people, and it feels like maybe because of that video you have an increased celebrity weight.
I don't know, my girls, I don't have TikTok, but my girls are like, Coach Miller, you're trending or whatever. And I'm like, oh, is that a good thing? Like, we've got your back. It's awesome. So, I've been in Game Film Scout. We're in the war room right now, getting our heads together for Baylor. So I'm just glad for the recognition for the program and what this program has done and the history they've made. And these girls are at the forefront of it, and I'm so proud of them. And they've done a really, really, really good job of just staying true to their identity through this whole entire thing. And that's the path we want to continue to take.
But you guys are just one of 27 schools, both the men's and women's programs going in the tournament. How cool is that of you guys?
Yeah, I'm just sad we play at the same time on the same day. I know they're splitting and gonna conquer and divide and conquer, just to get band and cheer and Havoc's there. But what a testament to what is being built here. I mean, the men's program has done it. Now Bryce Drew's done a phenomenal job there, and he had a high standard to live up to, and now it's fun to get the women's program involved as well.
So important is senior leadership bid for you on this team.
Well, the expertise of our seniors, they finish my sentences. I say something in the film room, and they're probably echoing that in the locker room. So it's really nice to have a player-led team, especially with Tiara Brown. I mean, she's fifth year here, so me and her are basically lockstep in everything we do and say and think and how we approach every day.
When you go in as a big underdog like you are coming up on Friday, do you talk with you about that? Do you care about that? Does that matter?
We've watched a lot of film, and you can compare common opponents. We both played Arizona, and we went into Arizona and won that game, and Arizona took them to double overtime, and we watched some film on that game. And I don't think the only underdog is the seeding. For us, we've got a chance to win this whole game, and that's exactly the mindset and approach we're going to take.
Yeah, you'd have the best. I think you have the best record percentage-wise of the team. So that says a lot. And I hope you guys are confident.
Yeah, it's really cool to see that winning percentage stat, and you're the number one team in the country. And again, a testament to their hard work and dedication, and what these student athletes have poured in daily. The media doesn't see the behind-the-scenes work, but I can tell you there's been a lot of it.
Did you have a sense last summer that this team could be 32-2?
You know, I was a little nervous about our November record. I'm like, we're going to be 500? Am I going to have a winning record in November? But we got on the right track fast. And again, a compliment to our kids with their buy-in and their mentality. We were hungry. Our returners were hungry for this. And then we added some key transfer pieces that were just winners. And then when you put that together and it meshed as well as it did, here's the end result.
Did you feel pressure as the wins mounted throughout the season?
No, you know, I was in my comfort zone. You know, when I first came here, we were 32-0, going to march our way to a national championship before COVID cut our jury season short. So everyone was like, do you need to drop a game to make this okay? And no, we're fine. We don't need to do anything except be ourselves and continue to approach every day like we have. And we had a 0-0 mindset daily. And I think that helped us. We didn't really get overwhelmed with what records or runs or streaks looked like.
How about was it having Alyssa come on board, her NCAA journey experience? How that's helped you guys?
I mean, she's the top three-point shooter in the country, so that opened up our offense tremendously. And then her work ethic to match was just an asset to our program. She's in here all the time, so all those threes made was a byproduct of her hard work. And for her to come in and make a huge impact right away on this team, not only as a player, but as a human being. I mean, she's a walking billboard. You want kids to be like her and come to this program and love the program like she has, and she's just been a treat to coach.
Always delighting last weekend to see the amount of fans who came down to Las Vegas bench ride and see Havis in the States.
That's us, you know, Peyton, Vegas Purple, that's what we do. And I just think that support for our student athletes is reciprocated. I mean, our kids invited Havocs to an open practice in the middle of the year. And it's just a big family community here. So to have that support was so great up in Vegas. And we know we're going to have some Havocs travel to Waco for us. And we're so appreciative of that as well.
You talked about your time at Drury. Are you leaning on any of that postseason tournament experience at the Division II level to help you now as prior for Division I?
Yeah, I mean, at Drury, I always said in postseason, one, your defense has to travel. You have to value the basketball and rely on the foundation you built. Don't do anything different. Don't think this is a schematics game. This is a mentality game. So I think in practice, that's what we're really focused on is the mentality of winning and giving our best shot and going in there with the mindset that we're going to knock off the Baylor Bears.
Has there been any words of wisdom from Coach Drew on the men's side about last year's tournament run that this past somewhat good yes for the women's side?
Yeah, he popped his head in the other day. He's always been so supportive, and all the programs have been so supportive of each other. And I just think the be yourself mentality. And I asked him if I need laundry done, can I hit up his brother or equipment manager to get some laundry? Is there an inside track there? So we're really excited. He said the facility's great. We're really going to enjoy ourselves. And yeah, he just said be yourself.
Works on Saturday. Sorry, on Saturday it was a close game. UTA played Utah, but you'd never see the panic on the sideline. Does that just go from trust in the girls that you got over time? Don't think it's easy.
Yeah, I trust our kids 110%. And we've had to win different ways throughout the season. And I'll tell you what, I want to give a nod to our practice team, our male practice players, who I call the dream team. No offense to any other team in our conference, but they might be the second best team in our conference. And we played them every single day. And they challenged us. I mean, they beat us every day in practice. And so to have that level of competition daily, I think that just helped us for what we faced against a very good UTA team.
Were you going to have a practice this week like you did last week where you had them lose and run them a little bit?
You know, these are mentality practices, like I referenced earlier. So the mentality is going to feel like no one's going to stop us. We're going in there to win. We're going to prep the same way. This isn't just for the experience. This is for a chance to make it to the top 32 and then the Sweet 16. I mean, we're going to check those boxes along the way, and that's the goal.
Coach, so many firsts for your program this year. First tournament appearance, first WAC conference title. I mean, you go on down the list of how many first. That has to be impressive. I mean, just for you, I know you haven't had a chance to sit back and look at it, but how cool is it?
Yeah, I hope I have time to soak it in after this, because I think it's some incredible firsts, and it's a nod and a testament to where this program's going and the momentum that's been built. And I'm just so excited to be a part of that and also have our kids' legacy be a part of that. I mean, Tierra Brown, 5 years. Can you believe that? She put 5 years of her dedication in life into getting to this point, and now she's left her legacy. And I'm so proud of these kids for what they've done. They will go down in the history books, and rightly so.
What does it you represent GCU, but also pay your high school, your hometown Springfield, and Jerry in ICHers?
I mean, I've gotten so many messages from my friends and family, past players that I've coached who are probably going to make the trip down to Waco. That is what the sport is about. I mean, I don't know if anyone's going to remember the scores at the end of the day, but you sure do hold on to those relationships, and that's a life thing for us. And you know, when you have family for life through basketball, there's nothing that compares to that, and it's just the most special feeling to be able to spin the highs and lows with one another and share in the joy.
What have you learned most? What's you pretty you growing up, you kids for dad or in case go political challenges, and what have you learned most is kind of impacting your coaching style?
I love you've done your homework, but I think for me, it's be authentic and true. Be a reliable coach that you can develop relationships with these players. I had those role models growing up with Nyla and my dad. They just did it so masterfully. And for me, it was just, you can see the payoff of that in the end. I can demand a lot of my kids because I'll run through a brick wall for them. And when you do this together, I think anything's possible. And I just had that good example growing up with my coaches.
Coach Bradley said, you're competing at today's fun match. Where do you been that competitive and kind of this comes from? And is it kind of always been there, or has it grown with you throughout it?
I think I was raised, so my mom is the most energetic person in the room, but my dad's the most competitive person in the room. And he does it the right way, though, with humbleness and integrity. He's smart, though. He knows how to motivate me. When I was in middle school, I was getting ready to go to high school, and he said, Molly, if you graduate valedictorian of your class, I'll give you a budget. We can go pick out a new car for you to drive to college. So I was driving my new car to college 4 years later. So I just think even that competitiveness within my family, game night, board night is rough, but we still love one another. And I think that's what makes me a good coach. You can drive kids, you can push kids, you can love kids, but that competitive fire at the end of the day is going to get a lot accomplished.
You've been a winner, you're tired for another. He's at Iceberg College coaching. What has built that? What did you do first throughout that process?
You're only as good as the people that surround you, and I have an amazing staff, and I have to give a lot of credit to the hours and the dedication and the work that they pour into this program. There's no way we could be successful without a group that surrounds our program, and from trainers to support staff, assistants, managers. Everyone has a huge impact in our success. So bringing those people along and acknowledging them are really important to me.